Excuse me.
What's going on, y'all? We back. The Uppercut Podcast. It's your boy Real Vibes. I'm back with my boy Scoop Man. How you feeling today?
Feeling good, man. A great week of boxing so far. Yeah, I just want to get into it today, man. I got a lot on my mind. I'm sure you got your takes on it, but I got a little take for us today. I want to talk about Brian Norman, man. Uh, I'm not gonna lie, this fight with Brian Norman, I kind of like Brian Norman now. Like, I kind of did not like him because of this little boots thing. It
Mm.
just felt like bro was like trying to like make a name or something like that, or just always mentioning someone instead of just figuring it out and making the fight happen. But I'm okay a fan of Brian Norman, bro. Like he's a good fighter, bro. Like I was kind of overlooking him. But impressive knockout round 5, I believe it was.
Yep.
Went to Japan in another man's backyard with his belt on the line. It don't get no more, dog, I guess you could say, than that. So I take my head off to Brian Norman. Great high level skill fighter. Great fighter.
Yeah. I think one thing I like about him, he kind of remind me of like a fighter from like old days. I feel like he's a technician. I feel like when also watching a Brian Norman fight, you're gonna see every type of punch. He uses the uppercut well. He hooks very well. Elite jab. I just feel like he's kind of a total package. Great defense. This fight, he went against kind of like a slugger. I forget the dude name, the Japanese dude, but it was kind of gonna be one of them fights in the middle of the ring. They both just gonna be throwing their best shots, but
Yeah.
Brian barely got touched, and he was landing some incredible shots. I forgot who said it. Might have been Teddy Atlas. I was watching his podcast before the fight. He said that all Brian Norman shots are thrown with bad intentions, and I see that. I see that. All his shots very powerful, very sharp. Um, I think he's definitely, if not here, he's already right here. He's not the future. He's here.
Yeah. And he's
Shot.
24. 24 years
Yeah,
old.
he's right here, and obviously people was talking about what he said in the right after the boots comment. I know you're gonna get into that a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I think that was exactly what we want to see. He's showing that he wants all the best fights. He
Yeah.
wants the best fights. He has a belt. I'm sure with Boots vacating, this kind of ruined his plans of going undisputed, but he still can. He's
Yeah.
probably gonna fight. I'll be very interested in a fight with him and the winner of Barrios and Manny. I favor.
I think Manny retires after this. So
Okay, okay,
I
win
feel
or
like he just
lose,
want to ride off to the sunset.
win or lose.
Win or lose.
Okay,
He's 46, so you know,
shoot, yeah, you're right. But shoot, a big payday, he might not turn that down because that's exactly what it'd
Manny
be.
rich though, bro. Manny is
Um,
rich. He's a
he is.
senator, bro. This
He is.
man is
He's
a
a senator.
senator.
He's a senator for sure.
I think he's
He's
doing it for
respected.
the sole purpose that he wants to do it. Like he has nothing to really do with himself. He loves boxing. I think that's what it has to do with it. I don't think he needs to put himself at risk because if it was really like for the money or whatever, imagine him. He would have went and fought Brian Norman or something like that. I think he fought Barrios because it was an obtainable goal that is conquerable. Like Barrios isn't really that good. I mean, I was telling you earlier, like really that good. But think about it. If you Manny Pacquiao, you 46-year-old, right? They put
Yeah.
Brian Norman on your desk, and they put Mario Barrios, right? Who you gonna fight? And you 46-year-old and you Manny Pacquiao. Who would you fight?
Yeah, I mean, that's a solid argument. I mean, but he coming back at he's still fighting at world level, so he can't think any fight is easy. Um,
I
you
guess.
know, I would definitely choose the older out the three, with Boots, assuming Boots was still at 147. But hopefully that Manny and Barrios lead to some. I could see like Brian fighting the winner of that. I feel like that's kind of what's next for him, especially that Boots vacated. I think Brian's gonna spend a little more time at 147, maybe try to unify, even go undisputed. But just to stay on Brian a little bit, like he was he showed he had a really great performance, and I think he's here to stay.
Yeah, I like his jab too. He got kind of a good jab, and I didn't know that his hook was like that devastating. Like I seen that he was working on it, Like I watched like all the training stuff and all that, and you could tell he was working on it. But I was just like, damn, like, yo, he really can like he really punches people like, yo, he wants to hurt you, bro.
Yeah.
Like every punch, like when he would square up and he would go right to the body, he wasn't just jabbing, he was stabbing him to the body. I'm like, yo, like he's trying to get him out of here. I'm watching the fight. I'm like, yo, like Brian Norman kind of good. Like, I mean, I know he was good. You know, you don't become world champion. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of felt like he was like a B minus fighter a little bit. Not gonna lie, like he seemed like a robot to me and nothing like that. But I feel like that power gives him a little bit more added on to what I thought he was. I didn't know he had that kind of power. He made that guy go to sleep. Like he was actually laying
Yeah,
down,
I
sleep
doubt.
in
Yeah.
his coffin, stretcher, in his own
Hmm.
country. So, with that being said, I just feel like I think he stops everyone at 47, bro. Not gonna lie. After seeing that, I don't want to jump to conclusions and nothing like that, but I'm just saying, like with that kind of power, stop Murray. I think he stops Barrios. Barrios
No.
can't get hit like that. Barrios can't get he get hit like that. First off, Barrios got stopped by a smaller guy, Tank, and I believe Brian Norman hits harder than Tank. So you get hit by like that left hook that he just hit bro with. I don't think Barrios is getting up. I think he might be sleep.
Yeah.
I think he stops everyone to be honest. That's at 147.
Just to continue on 147 a little bit, it's kind of got a little dull with Tank and now Boots Ennis moving up. The end of Spence. We kind of don't know what Spence is gonna do. I'm gonna assume he retired. You know, I think that the eye has just stopped him. Like it's just too risky to keep on fighting. But if he does fight, shouts out to him. But with them three dudes not like at the top of the division no more, it's kind of sinking. But we all know that Haney has been looking for some competition at 147. He's calling everyone to go to 147. I think he can't make 140 no more. I think that's why he's kind of looking to go to 147. So it's interesting who he'll fight next. If Haney takes on Brian Norman, we can't say nothing. Like no bad stuff can be talked about Haney no more. I feel like, and I'm not. I don't think that's gonna happen. The first fight at 147. I think that's too big of a challenge. I think he'll go one fight, then try to go get the belts. But if and when he fights Brian Norman and can get that win, I think that'll be huge. I believe Ryan and Rolly is also moving up to 147. So that'll also, shake up the rim a little bit. Those guys are kind of on the outskirts of the Four Kings, but they fought, dudes within the Four Kings and showed solid performances, as we all know. So,
Yeah.
Maybe 147 is on a look up, but let's just see how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. It's a couple matchups I would like to see to be real. Like we got to get that Boots versus Norman. It's been just too much just trash talking. Like you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
As far as stuff that's happening in the gym, stuff that's happening on social media, we gotta see that. And I don't really see like I could see a Dev versus B Norm too. Like that would be pretty good as well. I ain't gonna lie. And like you said, if Dev does that, definitely got to put some respect on Dev's name. But I don't think Dev wins that fight.
Mm.
No, I don't know.
I don't think his first fight. I think he has to get situated
Yeah,
at one.
like a build up. You think
Yeah, I think he needs to take a fight
a
or
tune up?
two. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But not even a tune-up because Devin's calling all the best dudes. Like he just needs to get a fight and get acclimated with 147. I wouldn't even think Rolly would be a bad option. Beat the guy who they say beat you. I feel like you would dominate Rolly if you
Yeah,
fought
I think
him.
he dominates Rolly.
I think that would be
Too
easy
quick,
picking.
too quick,
Yeah.
too. He's more of a boxer than Ryan is. Like Ryan is not a boxer. Like we got to stop. Like these Ryan fans are like diehard fans, bro. Like I don't know what's going
He's
on,
just a cash cow, bro. So
bro.
you gotta spice
They
him.
gotta chill. They gotta chill. Ryan only has a right hook, and we see what happens when you take that away from him. Rolly,
Left hook.
and Rolly's not even good, and he took that away from him.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is keep your hand up. So all you have to do. As soon as he throws it, catch it, shoot. So all you have to do to stop a fighter like Ryan. We seen it. What did Rolly do every time he threw the hook? Catch, go. That's how he dropped him. He caught it and he shot. So I feel like Devin and Devin Rolly be cool, but I really want to see B Norman and Boots. Like that is the fight. That is the fight. Like
That's the
we
fight.
we
How do
gotta
you
see that. He
how
had
do you
to.
feel about, Boots moving up to 154? Was it, like he said, he's looking for the more intriguing fights, the bigger fights, or do you somewhat think he was running from Norman? Like, what's your opinion on that?
I don't know. I think Boots is at a place like when you're a champion, right? You do what you want to do. You don't
Right.
follow somebody else's plans. You do what you want to do. And I feel like I don't think he's running. I was just arguing with somebody on Ring Magazine today about this. Like I was literally just arguing with this guy. And he's like, yeah, Boots is scared. I'm like, scared of what? What is he? He done sparred this guy multiple times. He's fighting the top people. I don't think it has to do with who's scared of who. I think it has to do with what they feel like is the best move for them. I don't think it has nothing to do with being scared. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
Like a lot of people don't even know this, but Boots dropped Brian Norman in the gym. Like everyone in the Philly area knows this. This is why it's been like a. If y'all don't know, this is why it's been a big commotion ever since they sparred in the gym. So Boots dropped Brian Norman with a body shot, and it took Brian Norman like 30 seconds to get up. And after that happened, it just been this social media kind of war and this and that. And Brian Norman wound up becoming champion, and then now Boots is unified. So it's just like it's a whole lot going on. So it's a lot being talked about now ever since that situation. So like the both sides is kind of running with it. So I don't think it has nothing to do with being scared. I just think Boots is making the best move for him. He said he can't make the weight no more. Um, I also believe Boots makes his name at 154. Like I feel like he did what he had to do. Like undisputed probably would have been cool. But why put yourself at risk of losing when you know you can't, be the best version of yourself when you could just move up to 154, take on bigger and better challenges, and just submit your legacy. I mean,
Yeah.
what would you do? I mean,
I agree that definitely this is where Boots will and will or not make his legacy. These are the fights that we've kind of been looking for. I think right now 154 is definitely 100% deeper than 147. I believe that it's about 8 fighters right now who I believe are world class. Like I believe that division is really, really tough, really, really good. I'll be interested to see who he fights first. Will he go for a belt? That'll be interesting decision. Or will he just fight, one of the dudes who's trying to get a belt as well? So I think just that overall toughness of the division, like you said, will make or break his career.
what's that guy that Tim Tszyu fought? And Tim Tszyu kind of like it was
Fundora?
fresh off the Fundora fight, right?
Okay.
And remember Tim Tszyu, he went and fought the other champion guy,
Was
and
it Ortiz?
he like Russian or something like that. I forgot what his name
It
was.
was not
He is like that would be crazy if Boots. You know what I'm talking about,
I
right?
know
Like
what you're talking about. Let me
like
go to the
if Boots was to go and fight him and beat him,
yeah. That would really be the one. And you're not
bro.
talking about is Bakram that guy?
Yeah, bro. He is a dog,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Bro,
I had to look it up.
at
Yep.
first like I thought he was basic, bro, but his basic style, he hurt people, bro. He hit hard,
Yes.
bro, and he
He
punishes
could
you,
be
bro.
he could
He
be like the
punishes you,
boogeyman of that division.
bro. If Boots goes there, right, and beats him, who knows what's going to happen, bro? If Boots beats him, bro, I think Boots beats
It's
everybody. I'm not.
anyone out the top 7, bro. If you really look at the list of dudes, like what other division has these like just great dudes? Like you got Terrence Crawford, Virgil Ortiz, Sebastian Fundora, Bakram, Israel Madrimov, obviously Tim Tszyu, Xander Zayas, Keith Thurman still there, even though he's a little older. Like I just think it's super deep. It's super deep right now.
Yeah, bro. That weight class is, man. This is why I say he's gonna submit his legacy here. Like
Yeah.
Boots is gonna submit. It's no way you can't. Well, only way he can is if he loses, his fights. But if he's winning fights, bro, this is what's gonna make him I feel like a household name. I feel like he already has the city of Philadelphia behind his back. But if he goes and he beats these guys, like I feel like he'll have fans from other states and other countries definitely backing and supporting him. Like I want to see him against that I think it's from Kazakhstan or something like that or wherever. Like I want to see him fight him. Like he goes because like I know he hits hard and stuff like that, but like he has a perfect style for Boots.
Mm,
Like he's super basic. He just hits hard. Like he hits
yeah,
hard, bro. He hits super duper hard. He's super fast. He's super powerful. So it's like I feel like it's a tailor made
it's,
style
it's
for
kind
Boots.
of like a smaller version of Jared Anderson versus Bacoli. You know, can Jared Anderson figure out his way around it, or will he get knocked out? Because I feel
Yeah,
like that's kind of what it's gonna be. I feel like dude will either win by knockout or Boots will win a, you know, very skillful, masterful performance kind of decision.
yeah. And Boots can't take them same shots he was taking from like Karen
Yeah, I
and
agree.
Stanionis a little. He didn't really get that hit that much, Stanionis, but like just the shots he was taking at 147. Like I know Boots, that's his style. Like all this moving around, and you know, I feel like he's gonna have to definitely stay disciplined at 154 though. This is a different ball game.
Yeah, this is a different beast.
It's like a what do you call it? First off, the gloves are bigger at 154. I think it's instead of 8, you go to 10 or I mean 8. I think it's 10 ounces at 147 or something like that, and then you go to 8 at 154. So with the glove ounces, like you probably could take a shot better with the 10 compared to the 8,
Yeah.
especially. And now you not only you taking it from like a smaller glove, you taking a shot from a stronger man and a bigger paws man. So it's like you can't take them same shots you're taking, not at all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. Like I can see this like Boots showboating. He gets hit with a shot, and we never seen Boots hurt before. Now we see him. Now he's hurt. We
Yeah.
could, we could see that, but it's really just up to his game planning against the people he's going against. But who do you favor between Brian Norman and Boots? Like, if you was to see these guys fight, who would you favor?
Well, after last night, that's definitely a question now. I watched his fight against his fight back against Giovanni. What I forgot how you say his last name, but his name like Giovanni. And you know, that's a come forward, press you dude all in your face. He was fighting off the ropes that for the majority of the fight, and he did a great job. Like I think Brian can fight in the middle of the ring. He can fight off the ropes. He can be defensive. He could catch and shoot, just like he said in his interview. Whatever you need from him, whatever the task is, I think he can do. I think he's a real big challenge for Boots. Like, not going. I don't know who the favorite would be, but I want to say close to 50-50 because, like you said, Boots cannot be getting hit with some of the shots. I think Boots' biggest problem, like he needs to be a little more defensive aware. That's just
Yeah,
all. Like, you know, you're really fast, so you shouldn't be even getting hit for certain shots. But then again, that's just his style. He wants to land. He wants to perform for the crowd. So that's great to see and all. But like, can you withstand Brian Norman shots? I think Brian might even hit harder. What do we think about that?
yeah. At 147, at least. I mean, maybe at 154 too. Brian, he put somebody to sleep yesterday. So I
That's
never
that's an
see Boots
interesting
do that.
fight.
Put someone to
That's an
sleep.
interesting fight.
Boots usually just breaks you down. Like he's punishing you so much from 1 to 12. Eventually, it
Yeah.
starts adding up, and it's just damn, 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 damn.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember, but when Boots fight Roman Villa, right? Roman Villa.
Right.
I believe it was in Atlantic City. Was that in Atlantic City? I think it was.
Okay.
Um, he was Roman Villa was taking all the shots. Pause. It was getting to where he was taking it all, and then it was like eventually, I think it was 10 or 11. It was like it was just accumulation of damage. Then it was just got to a point where it's like he can't absorb this no more, and he had to go down. And he was opening up to shots as well because he was taking so much damage. He wasn't being defensively sound and protecting himself.
All right.
That's how Boots usually like beats people, as far as knocking people out. Brian Norman, on the other hand, he puts you to sleep. He's putting you down. He's hurting you. So
Yeah.
I look at it like a
Teddy
60
Atlas
40
said
fight.
it. Like he
I'm
throws
like
with
60
bad
40.
intentions. Brian throws with bad intentions. Like
I'm like a 60 40. Like I believe in skills. Skills like will always be the superior thing, but you gotta always equal in the power. So
it's the power, but I'm not trying to take like, bro. Maybe you should watch that Geo fight back. He can fight off his back foot.
yeah, he can.
Like if Boots wants to press him, then it will be also another that might actually favor Brian because he's gonna be trying to catch Boots in between the shots.
Yeah,
I don't know how Boots would take on that fight, but I think it'll be interesting. Like you said, 60-40, not totally off for how it had to be. Brian is only 24, 25. He's still young. Boots is a little older, so maybe he's a little more experienced. But in terms of just raw talent, I don't think it's too much of a difference, honestly.
yeah,
Especially considering the all equalizer in the right hand, is nothing this kid can't do.
yeah. I do agree. I think I did watch the Geo fight. He can fight on the back foot. He can fight pressing forward. He can box. But I just think Boots does it better though. Like,
Okay.
and like everything you just said, I think Boots can fight off the back a little bit better. He's a little bit more comfortable fighting off the back. I think he can press forward good too. Like if he wants to shell up and just stand there with you and bang, Boots knows how to do that. He knows how to work an inside game. I just feel like Boots is just a little bit more versatile. But I just feel like Brian Norman just has that power, like you know what I'm saying, like effective
Okay.
power though, not just power, because anybody can have power. He has effective power. He's super accurate with his power,
Yep.
which is why he's able to hurt these guys. Like he's hitting you in the liver, he's hitting you in the chin, he's catching you clean with shots, he's catching you in the middle of shots. Like
All
that's
right.
why I feel like his power is effective. It's like kind of like Tank a little bit. You know how Tank has power, but it's clean, effective power. Like when he
Yeah.
lands, which really hurts because it's like the shots you don't see coming that's hard are gonna hurt. They're gonna
100%.
hurt. So I feel like that's how it is with Brian Norman. So if I was to give it, it'd be like 60-40, maybe 55-45. I always go with the guy with more skills. I don't think it's 50-50 because they're not on the same skill level to me. If they was like
Okay.
on the same exact skill level, then I would be like, okay, this is a 50-50 fight. But I'll probably go 55-45. I'll probably head the way toward Boots, but Brian Norman has some serious power though, so you cannot count him out. You definitely can't count somebody like Brian Norman out.
Okay. Well, this was a quick breakdown of what we've seen. Just a quick recap of the Brian Norman fight and going over the 147 division. I think this is a great episode. Make sure y'all following us on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, X, and we're also on YouTube. That's where that's where you're watching this vid now. So just keep showing us some love, man. We keep growing and hopefully we keep having fun. Anything to say, Scoop?
Yeah, just let us know, man, how y'all feel about our little breakdown, man. Let us know what do you want to see next for Brian Norman in the chat, whether it's Boots, whether it's move up to 154. Just let us know how y'all feel about Brian Norman right now. And, keep staying tuned to our vids and appreciate all the love from you guys.
Yes, sir. We'll see y'all later.